Hello, my name is Anthony Smith. Today is May 27th, 2022, and I've got a news flash for you. Some of you may or may not know this, but there's 98,755 public schools in America. Out of those schools, something to consider. Annual salary on average for an armed security guard is roughly about $46,465. In certain states like Georgia, it could be low as $22,000, but we're going to use the higher side, which is $46,465. If we were to take one armed guard at that salary and put it in every single school in America, we're looking at $4.5 billion is what it would cost the taxpayers. We just sent $40 billion to Ukraine, a crooked Ukraine, a crooked president, a president that started a war in Russia by murdering Russian soldiers. Any country that something like that happens to has the right to defend themselves. And if they're more powerful, they will destabilize the military of that country. And that's exactly what Russia did. Joe Biden and his administration encouraged Ukrainians to fight in this war. And roughly about 30% of Ukraine did. That 30% are nationals and Nazis. That $40 billion went to nationals and Nazis to fight Russia. If you do the math, that $40 billion could have put 8 to 9 armed security guards in every single school in America. Imagine that. Instead of sending $40 billion to Nazis, that money could have been used and no children would have died. There would be no more gun shootings. There would be no casualties. And these precious children would not be dead. But yet the Democrats like Beto O'Rourke want to pretend that the Democrats care about children. No. You know what they care about doing? They care about masking our children. They care about putting shots of poison inside our children. But what they could have done is taken that $40 billion and enforced armed guards in every single school like they enforced masks in every single school. And what they're trying to do now is enforcing LGBT agenda, which is a mental illness onto our children, all at the taxpayer's expense. Another news flash. Every 5 minutes in America, someone's dying from a fentanyl overdose. Our annual DAA budget of last year was $3.1 billion. This is a real problem. The fentanyl is made in China. China. The same people that made the COVID virus, that crippled our country and masked our children and enforced shots on all our workers. That fentanyl made in China is delivered to Mexico. And because of Biden's administration and our open border policy by the Democrats, that fentanyl is pouring through our borders every single day. Last month alone, over 234,000 apprehensions were made at the southern border. And just so you know, there's more borders than the southern border. So if we wanted to try to negotiate here, and let's just say that $40 billion, we split it right down the middle. $20 billion goes to the DEA to fight the fentanyl epidemic, which is 6 times the national budget. And the other $20 billion goes to our schools, and we put 4 armed guards in every single public school with AK-47s, sniper rifles, Glocks, you name it. There would be no deaths right now going on in America. There would be no school shootings going on right now in America. And there would be no fentanyl going on right now in America. If you for a second think that Trump would have been a bad choice compared to what we have now, you are mentally ill as well. This is no longer about politics. This is about good, versus evil. And the book of Isaiah forewarned this of us. Bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Those who are good will be called evil, and those who are evil will be called good. When you kiss your children goodnight, you better realize the America that you're living in today. We are losing our freedom every day because of your weakness and your lack of intelligence to study and research what you believe in. Contempt prior to investigation is the definition of ignorance. And I urge you to reconsider who you vote for. Anyone that's voted Democrat, the blood is on your hands. These thousands and thousands and thousands of bodies that are stacking up high from the fentanyl, from the illegals, and now these shootings, the blood is on your hands. Trump 2024, America. Good night and God bless.